Hello, Daniel with the Best Action Response Team. Today I've got for you the BT SA-17. I'm just going to go ahead, go over some of its features, and then I'll bring the camera in, I'll take it apart, do basic maintenance, put it back together, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and impressions on it. So the BT SA-17 is a paintball pistol primarily, that is also able to be converted into a semi-automatic rifle, for lack of a better term, with the ability to add a bottom line that runs up into here into a dummy CO2, and then you can easily remove this, and they have a hopper adapter that can go on there, and the barrel is autococker threaded, so you can take any of your autococker threaded barrels. This is just the easiest one I had accessible, and screw them on there and make a rifle. So imagine you have an air bottle on there and your longer barrel with your hopper, and you've got a semi-automatic blowback rifle. Alright, so getting into more detail, starting with the barrel, it has a thread protector slash thread adapter on the front that is autococker threaded. You can screw any autococker threaded barrel into there, and it comes with an insert. This one is 688. They sell a kit that you can slide the inserts in there, and it's basically like a freak kit, but you are only using the insert portion of the barrel. You don't have the tip or anything else, so it'll keep it short for your pistol play. The feed system comes with the standard with a 10-round spring feed that to load, slide back, it locks. You have a little knob here that you will turn and removes the the way. You take your 10-round feed tube and just slide right in there. Your rounds are in there. Turn this until it's pointing down into the breech. Release the spring, and then it'll feed the balls in as you shoot. Simple as that. The spring feed is easily removable with a little button here. You press it in, it slides off, and you can use this on any of your BT markers that have the Picatinny rails on the top. And then it leaves you with this. It's shaped for a first strike. You'd have to individually load them. I don't know of any magazines or anything that are made to adapt to the top of the SA-17 yet, but if you want to single load first strikes in there, you can. Or they make a hopper adapter that operates the same way. You press the button and then it just slides around the top, and you convert your pistol to a hopper fed pistol or a rifle if you want to upgrade the barrel and the bottom line. As a pistol, it primarily will run off of a 12-gram CO2. They say it is a quick change system. On mine, I believe it's a later version. I read up on it. As safety concern, they added some features. So you have a little latch here that you have to press over. It flips open, and like I was saying, I believe mine has different features than the earlier ones did. Mine has these two little things that are a complete pain in the ass to quick change your CO2. But what would you do? You'd slide it in, See, it's just completely ridiculous. You have to make sure it's slid through this, and then that this one is out of the way, or else you won't be able to put it in. And then this, as you close this, it will push the CO2 back and puncture it and seal itself. When you need to change again, pull it open, and you can't quickly pop this out because you have these two little things holding it in, so you have to make sure you slide it out of the way. Jam your finger in there. And quickly change your CO2. That I don't know why they did that, if they had to do it, but it's just a complete pain in the ass, and it takes forever to change the CO2. Maybe I just don't have the technique down, but it is just a giant pain in the ass. It hurts my finger. I'm getting poked in the finger by these things. I couldn't imagine. And there you go. That's how long it takes me to get out the CO2 cartridge from the SA-17. As far as efficiency though, from a 12 gram, it's great. I got about 30 shots easily out of a 12 gram. I mean, it wasn't freezing cold out. It was decent weather, probably around 80 degrees. But I was able to consistently get about 30 rounds out of a 12 gram pretty easily. The operating system is just a blowback, basically like a spider, to charge the gun. You will just pull it back, it cocks, and springs back forward out of the way. You'll charge your CO2, and you're good to go. You pull the trigger, it releases the sear, hits the valve, opens up, shoots ball, and the pressure blows it back and cocks itself again. Pretty simple design, extremely easy to clean and maintain, and it's pretty much going to work for you all the time, every time. To adjust the velocity, there's a little hole back here with an Allen key. You'll get one with yours, or if you play paintball, you already have Allen keys. You'll put it in there. Right to increase the velocity, left to decrease. All it does basically is compress the spring, which makes it hit the valve harder, releases more CO2, and shoots faster. The SA-17 does have a safety, which stops the trigger from tripping the sear, if you're into that kind of thing. Go ahead and I'll give you the pros for me of the SA-17. It's an extremely cheap entry into the pistol game. If you want to get into pistol gameplay, it's very cheap. You can pick them up for about 70 bucks, 75 bucks brand new, with the feed tube, spring feed, the pistol, and a barrel bag, and a small parts kit. Another thing I like about the pistol is the spring feed. It doesn't use magazines, which some people may see as a problem. I think it's good because you don't have to buy the magazines, you don't have to carry the weight of a magazine, they're not as expensive as a magazine. All you have to buy is these little 10-round feed tubes. So if you lose one, if it breaks, whatever, it's not a huge deal. You can just replace it very easily. And they're not very heavy, and you can carry a bunch of them. They're 10 rounds. Usually magazines for the Tip-X and the Tiberius are they hold about 7-8 rounds, unless you get the Zetas, which are 10 rounds. You flip them over, 10 more rounds. But again, these are really light, really cheap. If you lose them, break them, no big deal. The operating system is really simple, easy to maintain, easy to remove, clean, maintain, and work on. The barrel. The inserts, you can buy different inserts that fit specifically in the SA-17, so you can increase your efficiency and accuracy that way. The threaded barrel allows for adaptability if you want to add a longer barrel on there, and it's auto-cocker threaded, so you won't have any trouble finding a barrel to put on there. The efficiency was great with a 12 gram, and the grip is nice. It's nice and thin, it's nice and shaped for your hand. You can fit it around there. It feels like a regular pistol, and your hand isn't like this trying to hold onto it as like the Tip-X, where it's really wide. You can't hold it, you can't get your thumb up there like you're supposed to, and then your fingers don't wrap around like they should. They're kind of just barely gripping the gun, so you gotta hold it goofy and shoot. I mean, it's a paintball gun. The kick's not ridiculous, so you're not trying to control it. You're just trying to hold it enough to pull the trigger, but I like the feel of the grip of the SA-17 better. On to the cons. I'll start with the thing that I said was a pro for me. It doesn't take magazines. So if you are in the middle of a firefight, you have to turn this, pull the spring back, lock it, get your tube out, feed it, turn this back, make sure it's facing the right way, and then release the spring, and then you're good to go. Another con is that it's a fairly heavy marker. I did the weight, it's about, what, 2 pounds? It's over 2 pounds. It's pretty heavy, it's pretty large. It's got a house, the full internals of a spider pretty much, and then your barrel, your CO2, everything else. And with the feed tube on the top, you need to find a bigger holster that will be wide enough to fit it in there as well. So holsters can be a problem. And then on to my biggest con, and the reason that I cannot use this marker and I don't want to use this marker is the CO2 quick changer. It's kind of difficult to open. If you tighten this screw down too much, it makes this very tight. Once you get in there, you have these pain in the ass safety, I don't even know what they call them, just call them pieces of shit. They get in the way and you cannot get this out quickly. I was able to get it in pretty quickly if you do it correctly. Slide it in there, it just clamps down and you're good to go. But when you want to get it out, good luck. You gotta slide that back. It's poking me in the fingers right now. You gotta try to jam it out, which I can't do. Maybe I'm doing it incorrectly, maybe there's an easier way to do it. I don't feel like dealing with it. It's a complete pain in the ass to me and a complete waste of a good marker. So my overall impressions of the SA-17, it's a good entry into the pistol market. If you don't know if you're going to like pistol, I would suggest picking one. But you really want to play, I would suggest picking one up. They're really cheap. Like I said, about 75 bucks brand new, if you can find one. They're extremely adaptable. You can put the bottom line on there with your regular CO2 or nitrogen tank on the back. You can put any barrel that's auto-cocker threaded on there that you want. Make it long, as short as possible. You can put an adapter on there for the hopper if you don't want to play with the spring feed, and it's really efficient. So overall, It's a great beginner's pistol, but I wouldn't recommend it for anybody who thinks they're going to be serious into the pistol game. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.